What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 985. There's levels to this. Let's talk one more time about this Xbox Game Pass price hike. Can't even get my words right. So here's the deal. Okay, I made a long form video the day before yesterday. It's still up on the channel if you want to go check it out, where I go and I break down whether or not Game Pass is still of value to me, which is really what you should care about. Now, I've said this before on my channel plenty of times, okay? I am a selfish gamer. I am looking for what is best for me. So I don't care about the developers. I don't care about the industry. I don't care about stock market. I don't care. I don't care about any of that stuff when it comes to gaming. I don't care. The only thing I care about is my gaming experience, right? And how it affects me. So when people try to act as if I'm a shill for Xbox or Game Pass or whatever, clearly you don't watch my content. Clearly you don't know me. I've said how trash the Xbox Series X is on my channel plenty of times, okay? And there's no need to keep going down that rabbit hole, right? But that's why I've moved on PC. So it's like the people that leave stuff in the comment section, it's like they don't make sense. They're not coherent. Anyways, here's the deal. With this price hike, it has proven without a shadow of a doubt that Game Pass is valuable to consumers. Before this price hike, remember, if you had Game Pass, you were considered a bargain gamer, you were considered poor, you were considered welfare pass, right? They used to degrade you for being someone that played on Game Pass. They wanted you, listen to me, they wanted you to pay for the games full price, buy your games outright full price. As soon as they dropped the full $70, they wanted you to, remember that, they wanted you to go ahead and buy the games. Game Pass was unsustainable. Game Pass was hurting the industry. Game Pass was hurting developers. People weren't getting paid, apparently, right? So you would think that those same exact people would be like, you know what? Now Game Pass makes sense because at least that they raised the price by $10. No, that makes sense because now the developers are going to go ahead and make their money. And now you're supporting the games more because you're paying for 10 more dollars. But no, that's not what's happening. What's happening is you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Why? Because it's Xbox. So they're complaining about Xbox regardless. Now, I am a Game Pass subscriber through and through this entire generation. So I don't want anybody telling me anything. I have been paying for Game Pass Ultimate full price, not the $1 thing, not changing my emails, I have been paying full price since 2020. The only time I got discounts was whenever I bought something that came with 3 months of Game Pass, which I bought my Xbox ROG Ally, came with 3 months of Xbox. My gaming PC came with 3 months of Xbox. The Razer Kishi came with 3 months of Xbox. The Backbone came with 3 months of Xbox. What else? There was maybe a few things that I've bought since 2020 that came with 3 months of Xbox, right? So besides that, I have been paying full price every single month for Game Pass Ultimate. So when this price hike goes up by $10, it does actually affect me. So what I did yesterday, the day before yesterday, was I sat down and I went through the games that I have beaten within the last 9 months, just this year. And we just hit October, right? Just the last 9 months. I went through the games that I have beaten, only the games that I have beaten that are also on Game Pass or that I could have played on Game Pass. And I went ahead and I put them in my Steam cart and see what I would have spent if I actually just would have bought them outright, okay? And that should include with the Steam sales and everything, which Steam sales go up and down or whatever, right? I ended up beating, since January of this year, 12 games that have been on Game Pass. 12 games total that have been on Game Pass. Now, I've beaten all the games as well. See, that's another thing, man. People act like, oh, Doc is not a gamer. Shut your mouth. You sound real stupid. Follow me on Twitch. My gamer tag is open. Can't nobody say that I'm hiding my gamer tag. My gamer tag is open. You can go ahead and see it. If you follow me on Steam, you'll see every time I load up a game. And on Xbox, go ahead, follow my gamer score. You can look at my trophies all you want, you weirdo. But you'll be able to see it. I don't got nothing to hide. I game, right? Anyways, since January of this year, I have beaten more than 12 games, but 12 games that have been on Game Pass. So if I would have bought those games outright, right? Can you lower that, please? Yes, the mic is gonna pick it up. If I would have bought in 12 games outright, I would have spent $267. $267. So what I did was, what would Game Pass look like if I would have spent $30 each month since January to right now? $30, which I didn't. I spent $20. I would have spent $270. So I would have saved $3 if I would have bought those games outright, right? And I know what you're going to say. Yeah, Doc, but then those games would have been yours. And that's where this becomes very individualized. When I beat a game and I put it in my completed collection on Steam, I don't plan on going back to that game because I have so many other games that I want to play. It's the same thing with Game Pass. When I beat a game on Game Pass, I rarely go back and want to play it. The only game that I could say definitely has got me to go back over and over again is Forza Motorsport, which then guess what? When you have a game like that you want to go back and play it over and over again, guess what you should probably do? Guess something that Game Pass allows you to do, because you're not locked in. It's not like Netflix where you have to subscribe. That's the only way you're going to get that content. You buy the game, which I did. So I have Forza Motorsport. I bought the game. Now I bought it on Steam because I'm not that big of an idiot. Listen, Xbox is going the PC route. Am I lying? I've been telling people, get away from the console. Get away from the Xbox console. They don't care about you. The only reason I'm going to stay subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate right now is because my kids still do use the console. But here's the deal. Okay? Before you go ahead and click off this video, I want to tell you this, okay? Can't nobody tell you now, today, that Game Pass Ultimate is not a great value at $20 a month. Obviously, it's a tremendous value at $20 a month. That's why people are complaining so much that they raised it up to $30 and barely added anything, or they didn't add anything that we wanted. But at $20, it was such a great value that everyone was saying that the industry was losing money, that this is not good for the industry. That's how great of a value it was, right? So if we can agree that at $20 a month, Game Pass Ultimate is an amazing value, I'm going to simply tell you, continue to get Game Pass Ultimate at $20 a month. Doc, how am I going to do that? Very simple. I guarantee you today, you can go to your Target, Best Buy, Walmart, GameStop, online, wherever, and you're still gonna find Game Pass Ultimate gift cards. I guarantee you'll be able to find it. Especially if you're somebody that is watching this right now, because listen, we are a different bracket. We are the people that are quote unquote in the know. So we know what's happening. The average consumer has no idea. And as I sat there and I saw the Game Pass gift cards, right? And there's a lot of them at my local Target. I only checked on Target. I just checked Target. There's a lot of them. I'm sitting and I'm looking at these gift cards. I'm like, who is actually buying these gift cards? Because if you bought an Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S, it came with Game Pass already. And then it's just a reoccurring bill. So who is actually buying these gift cards? So I'm assuming there's a crazy amount out there in the wild. Get your gift cards right now. What I'm going to do is simply this. Game Pass has been a value to me for the last 4 years. Even when I moved over to PC and now that I'm buying more games on Steam, I still love my Game Pass subscription. Okay, that's how I found Expedition 33. I would have never bought that game. Turn-based game is not my thing. I would have never bought that game. Played it on Steam, played it on Game Pass, loved it, bought it on Steam, beat it on Steam, went back to Xbox, beat it again on Xbox. Check my credentials. Yeah, Doc does a game. Yeah, I beat the game twice on 2 different platforms. Go check. Go check. There's levels to this. Some of you have platinumed the game on like 2 or 3 different platforms. The game is that good, right? But again, at $20, it was definitely a steal for me. So now, for the next year, I'm going to have Game Pass Ultimate at that same exact price. I'm going to stack them up. And Xbox and Microsoft have a year to convince me. That at $30, it is still a great value. I would argue that for me, the amount of games that I play, it's a value. But if you're only playing 1 or 2 games, people say the average gamer plays 3 to 4 games a year. Or buys 3 to 4 games every year. Well, guess what? I ain't the average gamer then. Guess what? I ain't the average. Maybe you're the average gamer, which is nothing wrong with that, but I ain't the average gamer. I play games. And this is exposing a lot of people that don't play games because it makes sense. Even a subscription at $10 a month, if you don't really use it, is of no value to you. It's of no value to you. You know who's taking my money like crazy? Hulu. Hulu, we barely use Hulu. We use Netflix way more. Hulu's killing me right now. Killing me. Amazon Prime is lucky that it comes with all the shipping and stuff, because we do use that. But Spotify, I listen to Spotify every single day for at least an hour to an hour and a half, because I'm listening to Spotify at when I hit the gym, and I'm also listening to Spotify at work from time to time. So for sure, I should probably subscribe to YouTube Premium, how much I watch YouTube. But I'm cool with the ads. I'm cool. Anyways, that's the video for you guys. Stack up your Game Pass. A lot of the hypocrites out there that were talking trash about Game Pass and you being poor for having Game Pass and stuff, now all of a sudden, it's like Game Pass is too expensive. It's a luxury hobby. Hey, hit them with the same thing. Oh, you brokey, you can't afford it? Hit them with the same thing. Hit them with the same thing. But remember, it is really up to you whether or not it's worth it. And if it's not worth it, you better vote with your wallet and unsubscribe. The poll that I put had 50% of people saying they're unsubscribing from they're canceling the Game Pass subscription. That's gonna hit Microsoft hard. And who knows, maybe they'll go ahead and change the price again. We'll see. Doc Dog 1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.